Am I audible? In yesterday's class, we were discussing about public addressing system, and then we have started common emitter amplifier circuit. We have just introduced this topic. Okay, so amplifier. What is an amplifier means? So it is a circuit which is used to increase strength of weak signal. So we have seen already what is pre-amplifier, what is power amplifier, and all. So it will increase the strength of weak signal in terms of voltage, current, and power. Okay, so that is what amplifier will do. So the process of increasing amplitude and or I can say the voltage, current, power, or strength of weak signal is known as amplification. And then we have seen about common emitter amplifier. So this was the basic diagram of common emitter amplifier, where the input is connected between base and emitter, and output is taken between collector and emitter. So for input and output, emitter is common. That is why it is called common emitter amplifier. So just we will go for the explanation. Below circuit diagram shows the working of common emitter amplifier circuit. It consists of voltage divider biasing used to supply the base bias voltage as per the necessity. The voltage divider has a potential divider with two resistors are connected in a way that midpoint is used for supplying the base bias voltage. Nothing. Okay, just this is a diagram of common emitter amplifier. Okay, so in this diagram, you can see that there is an input source. This is the signal which we want to amplify, or weak signal. I can say, I can write here, this is the weak signal. Weak signal. So actually we want to amplify this weak signal, and there is a capacitor which is connected in series with this weak signal, that is called C1 capacitor. And then we have two resistors called R1 and R2. So this C1 capacitor is called coupling capacitor. You should remember the name. This C1 capacitor is called coupling capacitor. And then we have two resistors, R1 and R2. So we can call it as voltage divider circuit. Voltage divider or potential divider. So what we are going to do is, we are going to learn a circuit, or we are going to analyze a circuit of common emitter amplifier. Okay, so this is the circuit of common emitter amplifier. Now we are going to learn what are the components which is available in this voltage divider circuit. Okay, then we have one capacitor and resistor which is connected to emitter terminal of the transistor. And at the output also, you will be having one more capacitor. So this capacitor name is C2. This is also coupling capacitor. Now, if I ask, okay, there is a load resistor. That is actually everywhere we will connect this load resistor. Don't have that much important in this circuit. Okay, now if I ask how many capacitors are there in this circuit? So there are three capacitors. One is coupling capacitor C1. Second is coupling capacitor C2. Then we have emitter capacitor CE. I am naming this as CE. Okay, instead of C2, I am naming this as CE. So there are three capacitors: coupling capacitor C1, coupling capacitor C2, emitter capacitor CE. And how many resistors are there? R1, R2 together it acts as a voltage divider circuit. R1 and R2 together it acts as a voltage divider circuit. And RE is emitter resistance. Okay, RE is connected to emitter terminal of the circuit. Okay, so there is a transistor, NPN transistor at the middle of all this circuit. So input is connected. Input is connected to C1 capacitor or coupling capacitor. From coupling capacitor, we are connecting it to the base of the transistor. To the base, we have one more connection, that is voltage divider circuit, where the top of the circuit is connected to VCC, that is a DC voltage. It is a DC voltage actually. So from DC voltage, we are connecting one resistor to a common point where capacitor connection meets this point, and then one more resistor to the ground. And then we have NPN transistor. The collector of NPN transistor is connected to VCC through a resistor, and emitter is connected to ground terminal through a resistor, and parallel to that resistor we have a capacitor. And at the output also we have a capacitor. This is called another coupling capacitor, C2. Okay, again I will explain the circuit diagram because this is very important part. Input signal, that is actually our weak signal, is connected to a capacitor. Output of capacitor is connected to base of the transistor. Again, to that same connection, we have a connection from VCC, then R1, and again connected to the base terminal of the transistor. Okay, from VCC, R1 resistor, and it is connected to base terminal of the transistor. And from the base terminal, one more resistor R2 that is connected to the ground terminal. Then at the collector, we have a resistor which is connected to VCE. At the emitter, we have a resistor that is connected to ground. And parallel to this resistor, we have a capacitor, which is called emitter capacitor. And at the output terminal, so across this, you will be getting the output. Across this, you will be getting the output. And output terminal also, we have at the output terminal also, we have another capacitor. C2. Okay, ഒരു ഓവറോൾ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഡയഗ്രാം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ അല്ലേ? ഇപ്പൊ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഡയഗ്രാം ഫെമിലറൈസ് ആയില്ലേ എല്ലാവർക്കും? Okay, so what is, okay, I am now listen carefully. I am taking two capacitor. One is C1 and another is C2. Okay, so I am taking both the capacitor. So its name is coupling capacitor. Okay, as I said earlier, C1 and C2 are coupling capacitor. C1 and C2 is coupling capacitor. So for a capacitor, there is a term called reactance. And reactance of a capacitor is given by Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. Okay, so for every capacitor, there is a resistance. Okay, the resistance of a capacitor is given by a term reactance. എല്ലാ കപ്പാസിറ്ററും ഒരു റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ഈ റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ടേം ഉണ്ട്. ആ ടേം നമ്മൾ വേറൊരു മോഡ്യൂളിൽ പഠിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, അടുത്ത മോഡ്യൂളിൽ നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കും. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് റിയാക്റ്റൻസ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ കപ്പാസിറ്റൻസിന്റെ റിയാക്റ്റൻസ് Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. where F is the frequency of the input signal, C is the capacitance value. Okay, 1 by Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, where F is frequency, 2 pi is constant, C is the capacitance value. Now tell me, if frequency is more, what will be the value of Xc? ഫ്രീക്വൻസി കൂടുതലാണെങ്കിൽ എക്സ് സി കൂടുതലായിരിക്കുമോ കുറവായിരിക്കുമോ? If the frequency of your input signal is more, what will be the reactance value? Because it is in the denominator. Okay, frequency term is in the denominator. As per your equation, Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. The frequency term is in the denominator. If the denominator value is high, what about the result? എന്തായിരിക്കും റിസൾട്ട്? എക്സ് സി വാല്യൂ കൂടുതലായിരിക്കുമോ കുറവായിരിക്കുമോ? Okay, XC value will be low. If frequency value is minimum, that is, say, example 0, what about XC value? If frequency is almost nearly equal to 0, it is not exactly 0, but it is somewhat 0. What will be the XC value? XC value will be high, correct? Okay, that means when the frequency is more, XC value is very low. That means reactance is low. That means resistance is low. When XC value, when frequency value is very low, XC is high, reactance is high, resistance is high. That means if I apply AC, AC means it is having a frequency value. AC signal ആണ് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ അതിന് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഉണ്ട്. So reactance will be low. So for AC, when you are applying AC, the reactance value of capacitor is very less. That is, resistance is very less. And when it is DC, resistance is very high. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു കപ്പാസിറ്റർ എ സി അലോ ചെയ്യും, ഡി സി ബ്ലോക്ക് ചെയ്യും. Is it clear for you? Capacitor will allow AC because when you are applying an AC, the resistance will be very low. But if you apply a DC, the resistance on the reactance will be very high. So it won't allow DC to pass through the capacitor, but it will allow AC to pass. Is it clear? ഒരു കപ്പാസിറ്റർ, one capacitor will allow AC to flow, but it won't allow DC to flow. It will block DC, allows AC. Correct? ആ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് മനസ്സിലായോ? It will block, capacitor will block DC, allows AC. ക്ലിയർ അല്ലേ? ആ ഒരു പോയിന്റിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇത്രയും പറഞ്ഞത്. Capacitor will allow AC but blocks DC. Is it clear for everyone? Okay. So remember, capacitor will block DC and allow AC. So here we have input AC. The problem is like, if I do not use this capacitor, what will happen is, here we have a VCC supply, DC voltage. Okay, so we know that our input will be AC or some sound wave, something like this, a small signal, a very small signal, and here we have a DC source. What will happen is, if this capacitor is not there, this current will flow to the input or input terminal. ആ കപ്പാസിറ്റർ അവിടെ ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ കറണ്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, ഇൻപുട്ട് ടെർമിനലിലേക്ക് ഫ്ലോ ചെയ്യും അല്ലെ. സോ ഇറ്റ് വോണ്ട് ക്യാപ്ചർ അവർ സൗണ്ട് വേവ് ഓർ ദ ഇൻപുട്ട് വിൽ നോട്ട് ഫങ്ഷൻ. അത് ആ ഇൻപുട്ടിനെ അഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. മേ ബി ഇൻപുട്ട് വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് ഡാമേജ്ഡ്. But since there is a capacitor, this side we have DC. Okay, you look at this side. This side we have DC. This side it is AC. So as we learned just before, it will allow AC to pass. So AC can go from this place to this place, one side to another. It will block DC. So it will block this DC so that DC current cannot flow to the input. അപ്പോൾ എന്തിനാ കപ്പാസിറ്റർ വെച്ചെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായോ? So when capacitor is not there, what happened? It is a short circuit here. Okay, short circuit is here. So current, whatever DC voltage we are applied here is greater than your input voltage always, because input voltage is a weak signal. DC voltage is much larger than that. So what happens is, the DC current will flow from here to the input. Also it will flow to the other parts also, but it will flow to the input. So your circuit will not work. But since capacitor is there, we know that capacitor will block DC. So it will not allow this DC to flow this side or input side. Same time, it will allow AC. So AC can flow from input side to the base of the transistor. So that is why that capacitor is used. Is it clear for all of you? ഞാൻ എല്ലാവരോടും ഓരോ കോമ്പണന്റ് പറയുമ്പോൾ ചോദിച്ചിട്ട് പോവും, കാരണം അതിന് മനസ്സിലാവണം എന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. സോ ആ കപ്പാസിറ്ററിന്റെ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ എന്താണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായോ? Yes. Okay. Already I have drawn a capacitor here also. This capacitor also I told that it is coupling capacitor. So ഇൻപുട്ടിനെ കപ്പിൾ ചെയ്യാനുള്ള കപ്പാസിറ്റർ ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, C1 കപ്ലിംഗ് കപ്പാസിറ്റർ ആണ്, C2 കപ്ലിംഗ് കപ്പാസിറ്റർ ആണ്. വൈ ദിസ് C2 ഈസ്, സംടൈംസ് ഒരു കപ്പാസിറ്ററിനെ കൊണ്ട് ഒരു ആംപ്ലിഫയറിനെ കൊണ്ട് ആംപ്ലിഫൈ ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് ലിമിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, so there is a limit for an amplifier. എത്ര മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ആംപ്ലിഫൈ ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളത് അതിനൊരു ലിമിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. So sometimes we need to use multiple stages. Multiple stages means output of one amplifier will be given to input of next amplifier. So again it will amplify. Again we can do like this. We can have some 3 to 4 stages like that. Okay, first we will give input to an amplifier. The output of this amplifier will be given to input of next amplifier. So again next amplifier will further amplify this signal to much more higher amplitude. Again we may have one more amplifier. So output of second amplifier will be given to the input of third amplifier. So like that, stage by stage they will be given. So in those conditions also, if we are using similar circuit, there also will be having a VCC voltage. So at that time DC should not flow this to transistor. So we should block that DC from input. So we are using this capacitor. Okay, അടുത്ത സ്റ്റേജിലെ current sometimes it will flow to this transistor, so we should block it. So we are using a capacitor here, so that output is AC, AC will pass through this capacitor to the next stage. It will block DC from the next stage. So that is the purpose of coupling capacitor. Okay, CE, I am not going to explain about CE now. This capacitor I am not going to explain now. I am going to explain R1 and R2. So this R1 and R2 are called voltage divider circuit. So sometimes if your input is much lower, it won't be in range with the input that minimum or maximum input you can apply to that transistor. ആ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്ററിന്റെ മിനിമം ഓർ മാക്സിമം ലിമിറ്റിനുള്ളിലായിരിക്കില്ല അത് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അത് വരുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, so in order to make your input to a level which is somewhat we can apply to base terminal, so in order to make that signal level we are using R1 and R2. So V എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ചെറിയൊരു ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ആവാം. ആ ഒരു ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റിനെ ഏറ്റവും നല്ല എക്സാമ്പിളായി പറയാം, ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്ററിനെ ഈസിലി ആയിട്ട് ബയാസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് R1ഉം R2ഉം യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. R1 and R2 are used to bias the transistor. ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്ററിനെ ബയാസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടാണ് ഈ വോൾട്ടേജ് ഡിവൈഡർ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So what it will do means, we can see that VB voltage. So VB is nothing but it is a voltage divider circuit. Okay, so VCC into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So that is nothing but VB. So we can adjust the base voltage. Even though the input voltage is very low, we can adjust the base voltage with the help of two resistors. That is why potential divider resistors are used, R1 and R2. ഓക്കെ, ജസ്റ്റ് അത്രയും പഠിച്ചു വെച്ചാൽ മതി. അതിനെപ്പറ്റി നമ്മൾ ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് കുറച്ച് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പഠിക്കും. R1ഉം R2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വോൾട്ടേജ് ഡിവൈഡർ സർക്യൂട്ട് ആണ്. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് യൂസ് ടു ഗിവ് പ്രോപ്പർ ബയാസിംഗ് ടു ബേസ് ടെർമിനൽ ഓഫ് ദ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ. അത്രയും പഠിച്ചു വെച്ചാൽ മതി. ഓക്കെ, സോ നെക്സ്റ്റ് RE. RE ഈസ് ടു ഇംപ്രൂവ് ദ സ്റ്റെബിലിറ്റി ഓഫ് ദ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ. അതിനെ പറ്റി കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നില്ല. RE ഈസ് യൂസ് ടു improve the stability of the transistor. Okay, then what is the purpose of CE? CE is used to reduce the losses in RE. RE എന്തിനാണ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചത്? RE is used to improve the stability of the transistor. Same time parallel with the CE. When RE used, there will be some losses. സ്റ്റെബിലിറ്റി കൂട്ടുമ്പോൾ അവിടെ കുറച്ച് ലോസസ് ഉണ്ടായി. ആ ലോസസ് മൈനസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ആര് യൂസ് ചെയ്തത്? CE യൂസ് ചെയ്തത്. So അത്രയും പഠിച്ചാൽ മതി. So again I will explain you. So whatever input, we already know beta value. Beta of a transistor is nothing but IC by IB. So in common emitter configuration, beta is equal to IC by IB. IC is equal to beta into IB. So this beta will be in the order of 100. That means if you give some 10 milliampere, that is 10 into 10 raised to minus 3, at the output you will be getting 1 ampere, because 10 milliampere into 100, that is 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to minus 3, that will cancel each other. 1 ampere at the output you will be getting. So that is how it will amplify. Okay, so that is how it will amplify. So in the common emitter configuration, the beta value we have already seen, beta value is equal to IC by IB. That means IC, collector current, is equal to, that is nothing but your output. Okay, collector current is nothing but your output, and collector current is equal to beta into IB. That is IB is nothing but your input. So if you give some 10 milliampere current to input, 10 milliampere into beta value for a normal transistor, it will be greater than 100. So if you take 100 into 10 milliampere, that is 1 ampere. So when you have given 10 milliampere at the input terminal of a transistor, it gave you some 1 ampere current at the output. So that is how transistor will amplify. But in order to provide this 10 milliampere to the input, we have to use all this component C1, R1, R2, then RE, RC, RE, CE, then C2, etc. Okay, is this clear? Okay, we will read this one. An AC source of internal resistance. Okay, this is actually internal resistance, no need to draw. Okay, the coupling capacitor block DC and thus prevent RS and RL from charging the DC bias voltage at the base and collector. Okay, so what happens is, if you are not using this coupling capacitor, what will happen is the current will flow from DC to AC. In order to prevent that one, we are using C1 and C2. Okay, again we will read. Okay, almost എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. C1 എന്തിനാണ്, C2 എന്തിനാണ്, CE എന്തിനാണ്, RE എന്തിനാണ്, അതേപോലെ തന്നെ R1, R2. So just we will read the sentences. Biasing circuit bar voltage divider. The resistance R1, R2 and RE is used to form the voltage biasing and stabilization circuit. That is, R1 and R2 is for voltage biasing and RE for stabilization. The biasing circuit needs to establish a proper operating Q point, otherwise part of the negative half cycle of the signal may cut off in the output. So since we don't have to go that much deep into the theory, Q point നമ്മുടെ സിലബസിലൊന്നും ഇല്ല. ഓക്കെ, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ആ വേർഡും അങ്ങോട്ട് കൂടുതൽ പോവാത്തത്. ഓക്കെ, ജസ്റ്റ് നിങ്ങൾ ഇത്ര അറിഞ്ഞിരുന്നാൽ മതി. R1, R2 is for voltage biasing and RE is for stabilization circuit. Okay, and input capacitor C1. The capacitor C1 is used to couple the signal to base terminal of the BJT. Okay, ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്ററിന്റെ ബേസ് ടെർമിനലിലേക്ക് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് കപ്ലിംഗ് കപ്പാസിറ്റർ C1 ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് C1. If it is not there, the signal source resistor will come across R2 and hence it will change the bias. C1 allows only AC signal to flow but isolate the signal source from R2. Okay, അപ്പോൾ അതിനേക്കാളും നല്ലത് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ എഴുതുന്നതാണ്. It will block DC and allows AC. It will block DC from VCC and it will allow the input to pass to the base terminal of the transistor. Then emitter bypass capacitor. Emitter bypass capacitor is used parallel with RE to provide low reactance path to amplified AC signal. Okay, so ഈ കപ്പാസിറ്റർ സ്റ്റെബിലിറ്റി കൂട്ടാൻ വേണ്ടി ഉപയോഗിച്ച റെസിസ്റ്ററാണ് RE. The resistor RE is used to improve the stability of the transistor. So, but when it is used, there will be some losses across that resistor. So, in order to minimize that losses, we are using CE capacitor. Okay. Okay, just നമുക്ക് ഒന്നുകൂടെ ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കാം. So we are learning amplifier now. Amplifier means it will amplify weak signal to a strong signal. So we will be having weak input signal at the input terminal of amplifier. Then at the output terminal of amplifier, we will be having strong signal. Strong means what? It is amplified in terms of voltage, current or power. Okay, ഒന്ന് വോൾട്ടേജ് കൂടുതലായിരിക്കാം, കറണ്ട് കൂടുതലായിരിക്കാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പവർ കൂടുതലായിരിക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, സോ കോമൺ എമിറ്റർ ആംപ്ലിഫയർ ആയിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ വി ആർ using common emitter amplifier. So these both diagrams are almost same, both are same, except here in this diagram we have shown a capacitor C2 and a load resistor. Okay, only one stage is there. So this is the internal resistance. Do not worry about this RS. RS is the internal resistance of the input. Okay, if you are selecting a mic, that mic will be having a resistance. If you are using some other input, that circuit also will be having some amount of resistance. That is called RS. So no need to give much attention to that component. Okay, so here if you see in this diagram, there is a coupling capacitor C1, then another coupling capacitor C2. Okay, so this capacitor, what they will do means, it will block DC and it will allow AC to flow through it. So we know that we should, this side it is input, so input should reach the base terminal. Here this side we have VCC, that is actually DC, it should not go that side. Okay, so capacitor, what it will do, it will allow only AC to pass, it will block this DC. And so that is a function of both capacitor C1 and C2. C2 is required when you have one more stage, else it is not required. Okay, and then we have R1 and R2. So to the base terminal, to provide sufficient current, we are using this R1 and R2. Okay, so it is known as voltage divider circuit. And RE is used to improve the stability. So when we are improving the stability using RE, there will be some drop across this or loss across this. So that in order to reduce the loss, we are using a CE capacitor. And one more thing you can see that you just compare, assume this is the input or this is the input you are giving to the transistor. Look at the output, this is the output. So is there any difference between input and output? Is there any difference between input and output? എല്ലാവരും പോയോ ആംപ്ലിഫയർ പഠിക്കുമ്പോഴേക്ക്? Am I audible? Okay. Is there any difference between input and output? Yes, it is inverted. Okay, so we can see that it is amplified because this is a minimum value. You can see that the peak to peak value, if you measure, it is a minimum value, but we can see that it is increased. The voltage value is increased, but at the same time it is inverted. So if you want to get the actual signal, you have to use one more stage so that the output will be original. ഒരു സ്റ്റേജും കൂടെ യൂസ് ചെയ്താൽ വീണ്ടും ഇതിനെയും ഇൻവേർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് തരും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ആക്ച്വൽ സിഗ്നൽ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടും. Okay, are you all clear with this diagram? So if whenever someone asks the question, explain common emitter amplifier. So first you define what is an amplifier. So amplifier will increase the strength of a weak signal in terms of voltage, current, and power. That should be the first. The process of increasing the strength is known as amplification. And here we are using a common emitter configuration. Common emitter configuration means, then you can write about that. What is common emitter? Common emitter means emitter terminal is common to both input and output. Then you can draw the diagram, circuit diagram you can draw. This circuit diagram you can draw. So remember that you are marking all these capacitor C1, C2, CE, RE, R1, R2. Then you explain the need of each component. Why C1 is required, C1 and C2. C1 and C2 are coupling capacitor. It blocks DC, allows AC. It allows AC to flow from input to the output terminal, input to the base terminal. And it also block DC to flow from biasing voltage to the input terminal, that you can write. Then R1 and R2 is a potential divider. It divides voltage and it provides sufficient current to the base terminal of the transistor. Then we have RE. RE is used to improve the stability of the transistor. So if you are improving the stability of the transistor by using RE, there will be some losses. So in order to reduce the losses, we are using CE. Okay, so that much is important. Then you can write for a transistor, the beta value for a transistor in a common emitter configuration, beta value is given by IC by IB. So IC is nothing but beta into IB. So for normal transistor, the beta value in the range of 100. So 100 into, if the current is minimum, say example 10 milliampere. So 100 into 10 milliampere, it is 1 ampere. So IC is 1 ampere. So you can see that the base current which is of 10 milliampere is converted to 1 ampere. That means it is amplified. Okay, so that much is enough for explanation. Is it clear? So ഇത് കുറച്ച് എന്താ പറയുക, 1-2 തവണ വായിച്ചാലേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും. പക്ഷെ വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു പാർട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ഇനി ഒരു പാർട്ട് കൂടെ ബാക്കിയുണ്ട്, അത് ഞാൻ അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിൽ എടുത്തു തരും. ഓക്കെ, ഇസ് ഇറ്റ് ക്ലിയർ ഫോർ എവ്രി വൺ? ഇപ്പോഴും കുറച്ച് ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും, പക്ഷെ അത്ര ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് നിങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ ചിന്തിക്കണ്ട. No need to think that much deep into the topic. Just think overall whether you understood the circuit. Is it possible to define amplifier? Yes, it is possible for you to define amplifier. Is it possible for you to draw the circuit and mark C1, C2, CE, R1, R2, RE, RL, V in, V out, etc.? Yes, that is possible. Is it possible for you to write why we have used C1, C2, CE, R1, R2, RL, RE, etc.? Yes, that is possible. That much is enough. Then you write the theory, beta value in common emitter or in common emitter configuration, the current gain is equal to, beta is equal to IC by IB. From the above equation, IC is equal to beta into IB. So for a transistor, the beta value will be minimum in the order of 100. So 100 into some 10 milliampere, for example, 10 milliampere current at the base will give you 1 ampere. That means the current is amplified. അത്ര എഴുതാൻ പറ്റില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, അതിന്റെ ബാക്കി നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാം. Okay, Anas Roshan.
Present, sir.
Anashwar.
Present, sir.
Anugrah.
Present, sir.
Ashwant.
Present, sir.
Dhyan. Fatima Nada.
Present, sir.
Fatima Safa.
Present, sir.
Fatima Sana.
Present, sir.
Jodish.
Present, sir.
Okay.
കൈലാസ്,
Present, sir.
മുഹമ്മദ് മുവാസ് ഫറൂഖ്,
Present, sir.
നിഹ ഷെറിൻ,
Present, sir.
നിഖിൽ ദാസ്,
Present, sir.
പ്രണവരാജ്,
Present.
സായന്ത്.
Present.
ഓക്കെ, ധ്യാൻ ഇന്ന് വന്നിട്ടില്ല എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ, ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യാം, ഈ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് ഒന്ന് വായിച്ചു നോക്കുക. ഇതിന്റെ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് ആണ് നമുക്ക് ഇതിന്റെ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് ആണ് നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ നിന്നൊന്ന് വായിച്ചു നോക്കുക.